Recently, I made my first reaction to American comedian Jim Gaffigan talking about Canada, in particular Canadian geography. He made a lot of funny observations, I really enjoyed it, and I seen he had another video related to Canada. This one's called I Can't Resist Poutine. Can anybody resist Poutine? I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I want to see more from him. He seems like a very funny guy. That was actually the first time I've seen him before. I don't know, like on other shows and things. I've never actually seen his comedy, so that was the first time seeing his work and enjoyed it. So hoping this will be more of the same. Tell me what you think about this.
Oh my gosh, poutine. At this point, are there any Canadian restaurants that don't serve poutine? I picked one up at, what was it? It was a Booster Juice. It's like, yeah, I had the kale poutine smoothie. It was delicious. Poutine. I know some of you pronounce it Poutine, but you're still saying poo.
Fair enough.
I love poutine, and I eat unhealthy, and some would say I built a career out of eating unhealthy. But you know, poutine, it's a little irresponsible. I mean, after all, I don't want to die. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like someone was just trying to make French fries more unhealthy. Well, what if we cover it in everything that causes heart disease? Let's do it. We have free health care.
May as well make use of that free health care.
In Edmonton, I had pierogi poutine. Yeah, I had to sign
poutine.
a waiver and everything.
Is that the poutine in the
food
pierogi?
I had to provide emergency contact for. It was delicious, but do we need pierogi poutine? Has anyone ever eaten poutine and be like, you know what this needs? Carbs.
So where does it put? Is the pierogi on top of the poutine?
Poutine. It's fascinating. It started in Quebec, right? And now it's everywhere in Canada. But you know, there was probably a part of Canada that was like, wait a minute, we're as a country, we're going with the French fry thing? Not salmon or beaver tail? All right, I guess that's better than syrup.
No, man. Syrup's so good.
Did you know that poutine in French means Vladimir Putin? I'm just saying. I love how poutine is different in different provinces. Like, you know, or in Ottawa, there's the squeaky cheese that goes on the poutine, right? There's the squeaky cheese. The first time I performed in Ottawa, it was in April during a poutine fest. And I learned later on it was the second poutine fest of the year. Which means sometime in January or February, someone was at a poutine fest and they were like, why don't we do this next month? Like if it happens every month, that's not a festival.
I don't mind that.
That's
I'm
a
all
habit.
for that. Enjoy yourself once a
Last
month.
time I was in Ottawa, it was during Winterlude. Winterlude, you know, of course, it's an outdoor festival in February.
What? Tell me more about Winterlude.
Okay. You know, in America, when there's horrible weather, we cancel events. You guys kind of plan around them. Hey, you know how it's the coldest month of the year? What if we had a party outside?
What's the coldest weather you've ever
Why would
partied
we do
outside
that?
in?
It could be like an interlude between the poutine fests. I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed by the number of Tim Hortons in town.
Too many or
There's
too
some,
little?
but you go to some cities in Canada, and the number of Tim Hortons is uncomfortable. Like you drive by the fifth one, and you're like, is this a Tim Hortons theme park? Are we sure they're only selling coffee and donuts? Canadians, you guys are always like, that's our Dunkin' Donuts. That's our Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, in America, we don't have Dunkin' Donuts on every block. Tim Hortons is like America's stop sign.
Is that true? What cities have the most Tim Hortons in Canada?
I've seen some Tim Hortons in America, and whenever I see a Tim Hortons in America, I always have the same thought. Don't force your culture on us.
They can finally say it back.
But you wouldn't know how that feels. Last week, I went to a Canadian Tire store. I don't want to brag. I was kind of surprised to find out they sell more than tires. I don't know why I would think they only sell tires. It's not like the store is called Canadian Tire. How important are tires to you people? You know how people love shopping for tires? We lure them in with the tires. And then, boom, we sell them a blender. Nobody in Canada even sounds like that guy.
Who is that? Who's that the impression of?
Of course, there are differences between Canada and America. It's not just healthcare and bacon. Your airport codes make no sense. And I love how you're so proud of them. YW pound sign representing, yeah. We're YW pound sign.
YW pound sign? Where is that?
Toronto, YYZ. I don't know why. Well, it makes sense. Y is, why not? And then Y, the second Y is like, why are you asking? And then the Z is like, see you later.
Sounds like Bob and Doug McKenzie there.
This guy's a jerk. Of course, Canada is the home of the Caesar cocktail. The Caesar cocktail, you're very proud of that. Which is, Caesar is kind of like a Bloody Mary, but with clam juice. Clam juice, wow, I didn't know that was an ingredient. Or a liquid. You know that thing from the ocean that looks like a snot? What if we made it into a juice? Think about it.
How did that come about?
Say you just went jogging, all right? You're parched, you're thirsty. I hand you a tall glass of clam juice. You chug it.
So refreshing.
And then we're ready to go to the club. He has never met a Canadian before. It has nothing to do with... The Caesar was created in Calgary, landlocked Calgary, which has the finest clams.
How did that come about? I've never thought about that too in depth.
I just love how Canadians like complain about the Bloody Mary. You're like, oh, the Bloody Mary. Oh, that's so disgusting. That drink that doesn't have clam juice in it.
Brilliant.
The clam.
Hi, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe.
Oh my god. I've seen like that drink mentioned on previous like interesting facts videos about Canada, but when he puts it like that, kind of makes sense. Clam juice, yeah, it's not the like, how did that even come about? Especially if it came from Calgary, a landlocked place. How did it come about? Why did it come about? Is it actually good? I'm laughing, but it might actually taste great. Oh, that was brilliant again from Jim. Again, this is the second time I've seen him, but it's been so funny. And like the funny thing, the great thing as well as being funny is like he's American, but you see like comedians go to countries sometimes and they'll do like local jokes and then they'll just have their own set and whatever. But this is like so specifically Canadian humour, but it's actually very high quality as well, man. I love it. Great observations again about Poutine, the Poutine festival, the cold weather festival. Great stuff, man. Like, what can you say? Tell me what you think about that one. Tell me again about what you think about the observations. Thanks.